And for the lovely note, it's Monday, May 22nd. Here we are. And Russia has invaded itself. The Russian battalion, Russian contingent, a whole bunch of Russians that hate Putin, that have been fighting against their countrymen in Ukraine, have invaded Russia, or gone back to Russia. At any rate, they're causing all sorts of mayhem in the Belgorod region, where they've taken a police station, seized all the vehicles, and the Russian government released an announcement saying, if you see a police officer, shoot them on sight, because they're rebels, which is just a great way to cause mayhem. It's ridiculous. The response in Russia has just been like, oh my God, we're all going to die. Just a great way to force Putin to divert resources. And guess what happens when that happens? Well, full-on offensive is going to be happening. So once they're diverted into the Belgorod region, my guess is that the rest of the Ukrainian army is going to start just taking back territory. I don't know if you read this weekend, the Russians took Bakhmut, the town they've been fighting for like 11 months, and the Ukrainians been having a stronghold there. And so they took Bakhmut and they celebrated, woo, we got this pile of rubble finally. And then the Ukrainians surrounded them. So the Wagner group is essentially trapped in Bakhmut, with no supplies, no way in or out, and they're going to die there probably unless they give up. So, oops, the failure of strategic planning on the part of the Russians in this whole endeavor is absolutely just classic. I don't know what else to say about it. Whenever the Ukrainians took back territory and the Russians retreated, the Russian supporters were always like, oh, it's a feint. The Ukrainians are falling into a classic trap. And it turns out it was just a retreat. And this time around, the Ukrainians retreated and the Russians were like, ha, rejoicing. And it turns out it was a feint. Oops. So things are going to get really, really, really squirrely. It's going to dial up a lot, I think, on various front lines in Ukraine in the coming weeks. The Russians are in chaos. My guess is that these saboteurs, these Russian rebels in Russia, are just going to run roughshod because there's nothing between them and any other town that they come to. All the able-bodied men have been sent to the front line to die. Any military forces have been just purged from these cities to go into Ukraine, and so Russia right now is like open season for these rebels. It's going to be really, 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 really interesting. What else is happening? Jeff Bezos proposed to his girlfriend lady. Okay. My guess is he's going to have her sign one hell of a prenup. Since the last marriage cost him like $42 billion or something. What else? Biden has signaled that he's like, oh, I don't know if there's time to do the 14th Amendment in order to keep us from defaulting on all our debts, which is just no time. Dude, you write down one sentence that says, I'm invoking the 14th, pay our debts, and you give it to the Treasury, and the Treasury pays our debts. That's all you do, man. I don't know if you need 2 weeks to figure out how to write that down. But that's what you do. You say, I invoke the 14th, pay our debts. And you give it to Yellen, and Yellen goes, yes, sir. Paying our debts right now. I don't know, man. I don't know. Boink. Well, boink. Right? Right, monkey butt. Oh, hello. Oh. Monkey Bones got distracted.